Okay, everybody, welcome back to another episode of
Control Chaos. We're back.
And let me say, once again, we're not robots. We're here. We're live. We're real people. We can keep going with this robot joke forever because AI ain't going nowhere. And it's again going to be a topic today because it's just there's so many things happening all the time for good and bad. Before we get into all that, have you watched or started watching Stranger Things yet?
No, I have not. I'm going to be honest. I watched the first season and never watched it again. I know. I know that's not like the normal response. And it's not that I didn't even like the first season. I did. I watched it all. I think I watched it all in like one binge because it was like 8. It wasn't very long, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing that happened to me as Orange is the New Black. I like binged that first season and then just, I don't know. I just didn't watch it ever again. And I liked it. I don't know what that is. I like Stranger Things, but I was just like,
both of those shows had very long hiatuses in between the next season.
maybe that's it. Maybe that's it.
Notorious for that.
Good
and
point.
I know for me, like I lost heat because this is the last season, but I brought it up mostly because I just like really love Millie Bobby. Now she's Millie Bobby Bon Jovi. That's her last name now.
Is it Bon Jovi's son?
Yes. Wait.
Wow.
I'm such a fan of hers. Okay, first of all, she does all her own stunts. She's super talented in my opinion. Secondly, the girl is like literally 21 years old. She's married already. She lives on a farm in Georgia down the street from her family, has all sorts of farm animals with her husband, and they just adopted their first child. They have a baby, and she's 21.
A very old 21-year-old. I mean, she's
Isn't that crazy?
Old. Yeah.
I
have like not had many strong feelings on her, so I'm interested to hear this because it was kind of like my lukewarm feelings with Stranger Things. Like I would see her all over the place. I'm just like, I don't really care about you.
Well, she's quite impressive. And even some of like her other movies where she's had some pretty insane stunts, she always talks about how she does them all herself. She's super toned.
Yeah.
She is. Age. She's 21, adopted a baby.
She her whole persona seems so much older than that. Even though like the way like everything. I don't even know if I knew she was young, but that's really young.
She's also extremely private in like the best ways possible. She's so good at like working around media and like doing a lot of press and then like completely being like reclusive. Yeah, she like just, I don't know. She just amazes me. She even says here, like, you should never ask a woman if she's pregnant. It's rude to ask a woman when she's having another baby. I never understood why this advice didn't work on other people. And she's like, no one needs to know about my reproductive system. I wanted to adopt a baby. That's all you get to know. Like, she's posted 2 pictures on Instagram.
I like that because it's true.
Right? I know. Yeah. Posted 2 pictures on Instagram and both have like an emoji over the baby. Like she's very...
Kristen and Dax do that every time too. Some celebrities are really good. Like I have no idea what Kristen and Dax's kids look like. Does anybody?
No. And you have to like really appreciate when celebrities...
That's hard. That is hard to do.
Norm though, right? Like why are you... I don't know. I always think about like when we grow up, now in the age of all this social media and technology, like, yes, we post our kids here and there, stories mostly, right? You and I.
Yeah.
Our kids are going to be 15, 20 one day. Like, I don't want them to have a freaking social media trail of all these weird photos of them in baths and doing silly things. They're going to be like,
I think that lends itself to a really good conversation because I know my husband and I have gone back and forth on that. Like he's very anti posting our kids on social media and he's probably right, to be honest. Like my account didn't used to be private, but now it is. And so I hope that's a little bit better. And I usually just do stories. But like I'm torn between like I like to share pictures of my kids with my friends where they can see them. But I also think it's true. Sharing your kids on social media is sort of dangerous now with the AI factor going into the AI.
Yes.
It's going into the AI factor. You can get a whole duplicate of who you are. I mean, they do it's terrifying. So I'm like, why do I even do it at all? I mean, truly, I kind of understand his point of view and like the masses' point of view of why it's not a good idea.
We talked about that on a previous episode, remember, about calls and having like code words. Because
yes, someone's kid voice, that is so fucked up. That is the most terrifying thing.
And now they're doing it with video too.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever told you about the Yahoo Boys. Those are the guys that are based, I think, in Nigeria, and they are responsible. There was a documentary on them. I think it was on Hulu. I forget what the doc was called, but they were responsible for basically tricking, catfishing hundreds, probably maybe more, thousands of women with like 1 or 2 guys on the internet that are just very public. Like one of them was a gay guy, very good looking model, had his own like makeup tutorial site. They used his image on like 10 different women and all these women are in the doc. And so they tracked it back and it's this group of like Nigerian 20-year-old kids that are basically like, and these women were sending them money. millions of dollars.
My
But
gosh.
part of their trick was doing FaceTiming using AI because they had this guy talking already on his makeup
Yeah.
tutorials,
Yeah.
use whatever tool, and these women were having literal conversations with this.
That's so terrifying. I mean, it's like the article I talked about you last season about
Oh,
people
yeah.
having full relationships with their AI. It was a Forbes or New York Times article.
Yeah, and it was like a finance reporter, right, that ended up getting
Yes, and it was very just like we're in a relationship, just like how we said that movie Her was just completely ahead of its time and
ahead
accurate.
of yeah, ahead of
But they
its
never
time.
FaceTimed, and he knew she was an
Right,
AI. So this
right,
is different because they actually think these are real. These think
right.
they think they're real people because it seems like a real person.
These are 2 separate combos. One is about being catfished by a AI, thinking it's someone you
Yes.
know, someone
And
else.
one's
One's falling in
willingly
love with
entering in a
AI
loving relationship with AI. Yes, that's true.
and a
Yeah.
robot.
It's opposites, but also in the same area. It's very, very,
This is
very
why I'm
strange.
like, I don't think we can ever avoid this topic, and I was gonna bring up this video. This was chilling. Did you see the godfather of AI? What's his name? Jeffrey
See the
Shut
open AI guy, who's like,
No, Jeffrey Hinton. He's like the godfather of AI. Like, he's old. He's been around forever. Check this video out. I couldn't get over this, and I saved it because I wanted to play it for you. Hold on. Let me
I
fast forward
see
it to the right
Shawnee
place.
Tawny peeking back there. She was.
I know.
She's behind you.
Are more intelligent than ourselves, yet whether we can stay in control. But we now have evidence that if they're created by companies motivated by short-term profits, our safety will not be the top priority.
That's true.
We need research on how to prevent these new beings from wanting to take control. They are no longer science fiction. Thank you.
This is so chilling. That's chilling.
This is a man that just was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. He's the godfather of AI. Like, he's responsible, like computer engineer, whatever, whatever. He's telling the world that.
It's bad.
Like,
That's
we need
chilling.
to wake the F up,
That's that the way he said that sounded
right?
very just
Chilling with his
yeah.
accent. I know.
Yeah, yeah. Just like a horror movie, but it's actually real. We've said that before. This seems like a movie. And I think that's why sometimes it's hard to even really believe because
It
we've seen these
totally
plots and like seen these things for years and years before it's happening. And like we know like it's happening, but it just seems so fiction. Like even he said this it's not science fiction anymore. Well, it's not real in the sense it's fake. AI is fake, but it's really happening. Like we are really putting what'd you say the other day that was so smart? It's like we're putting ourselves in extinction.
fiction, men particularly, but humans. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
That
It's crazy.
really that was a good video because I like kind of that hit me
Watch
and like
that when I edited it, and I was like,
you need to send me that on the gram. I got
I
like
will.
really.
It
Oof.
reminds me also of like politics in the sense of, excuse me. It reminds me of politics in a sense of like, we see what's going on in the news and we're like, this is terrible, abortion, blah, blah, blah. But then like people don't go vote. It's like, it's not in their
It's
reality,
100% that. It's
right?
100% that. But that's like the cause of everyone's ambivalence, right? Like this doesn't affect me really. Like this isn't happening to me, but it is. Like, but that's why I think that's why people don't vote. And like it doesn't. If it happens to other people, it's not happening to them. They don't care, which is it's just reality of a lot of people.
I'm going to have to get this one out of here because she's now singing, I love you, a bushel and a peck.
Oh, can I just tell you that I am listening to this? Have you heard of that movie that Sydney Sweeney? We are just talking about Sydney Sweeney last
Yeah.
week. Is in Housemaid.
You're listening to the book?
Yes, it
Yes!
is.
Isn't it so?
It's like it just took a big turn. So you already know. I will like
Yeah.
it just.
Well,
It
don't give
just
it
took a. I won't give it away, but like I liked it. Like I enjoyed listening to it. I mean, it wasn't like slow, but I liked it. Now it's taken this like gripping turn that I like. I'm like. Up until the very second I signed on to this podcast, I was like, I can't turn it off. I'm like so enthralled right now.
I read that book so fast because it gets to that one twist and then the twist just.
I'm like, I can't wait to keep listening to it. I am like so into it now. And I really want to see the movie. And I think the guy who's in it is the guy from most controversial movie ever now.
Brendan Sklenar. I know. I'm so excited. He's so
so
cute.
hot.
My God.
He is so hot. Like he really is. So when they describe him as that, I'm picturing him now. I'm like, he really is that hot. So hot. You know what? I like this role for him. I'm not going to give it away, but I like this role. I want to see him in this position. Love it.
I think we're going to be like Sydney Sweeney fans after this. I think that might happen.
I'm excited about her in this role too. Like I'm very into it.
But speaking of Brandon, and after you finish this book and we see this movie, I have another one for you. It's coming out next year with Josh Hartnett and Anne Hathaway, and it's another twisty, turny.
I love both of them.
You're
Is
gonna
it a
die.
book?
Yes, and it is another page turner like this one. It's so good. It's a
Wait,
different
what?
author, I think.
Do you know what it's called?
Verity. It's called Verity.
That's right. Yes, I remember that name. Okay, well, that's exciting.
Speaking of Brendan Sklenar, it ends with us. Did you see like the recent? I'm starting to get really skeezed out by Justin Baldoni more and more. Like, and
I
it's
am too. I am too. And like the latest news that came out, because to be honest, I've been on his side through like this whole
that's
thing.
what we talked
And then
about before. Yeah,
I don't like Blake anymore, no matter what. I don't know. This
I
whole
know.
thing has just gone on for so long. But then, yeah, this was an interesting turn because when I
What did
read that, I'm like, gross. That's a very inappropriate conversation for him to be
I
having with
talked about
her.
the same thing. What did you read?
The circumcision thing? Yeah, I was like, and he admitted that he did it. I'm like, so you are kind of creepy. Like, that's weird. Like, I don't think that you should be having those conversations with Blake. Like, I'm starting to see that it seems like he was inappropriate. Maybe she blew it out a little bit more. Maybe she didn't. But like, that's not appropriate. It's inappropriate. I got a weird feeling from that.
So
Like him talking about himself. Like, first of all, him asking if she's going to circumcise her child is absolutely none of your business.
Right, according
But
to
he brought it up and then talked about his own penis being circumcised. That is very gross.
Are you telling me that? I don't need to
Yeah,
know.
very weird.
It's all very weird, but part of it like reminds me of because I worked in the personal growth space for a while, and he is like personal growthy. He's like spiritual. He's into that.
He is. Yeah, he is very.
I found that a lot of those people are like oddly too personal, too close, too fast. And
Yeah.
I almost think it's like a trauma mechanism of like maybe not feeling loved and like some codependency stuff where they feel this like need to overshare like personal information to get to connect. And I think in certain places, like I think the people, his circles, his wife, those people, like they're all on the same page. They don't find it creepy. But Blake is not like that. Like she's not a meditator. She's not.
No, she's not at all. It's like a startup and a corporation.
Right.
Like the two of them, they're very, very different. I think that's a really good insight because it makes sense why he truly doesn't think he's doing anything wrong.
I think he does. Yeah.
I don't think he does either. I really don't. I really don't think he thinks he acted inappropriately and what you're saying completely adds to that because that's who he is. He's sort of, I mean, for lack of a better term, a little emotionally slutty, but that's how he connects with people. And some people keep things very close to the chest, and that's just not how they are at all. So, like, just a clash of character differences.
And remember, this is a guy that's like built basically like tried to build a media empire off like toxic masculinity. So his whole vibe is like being an open male and like almost.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
We don't talk to each other, right? Like we talk about these deep things maybe with women we just meet. We ask them for a tampon if we need one. Like had it been a woman asking her, she probably wouldn't have been as skeeved out.
No, but a man asking a woman is a different dynamic, and it probably doesn't seem that way for him. That's a good perspective that I think it's good to remember because I don't know. I've sort of, and he said something recently about like I'm sort of like what do you say? Like it was kind of like the same metaphor I just used or analogy, startup versus corporate, because he was like, I'm sort of like a small fish, and she's such a media huge like powerhouse. We're not really in that, so it's just a different. I think he's right about that too. I think that like that dynamic was so different with them. He's just like this emotional feeler and she's not. It was just, and apparently he really wanted her for this movie, man.
Well, that was that
was that conversation, right?
Makes sense. Trying to be really open and personal to like.
Yeah, I almost feel bad for him in that way, just because even though I think that was inappropriate, I agree with you. I don't think he was trying to be. I just think he's a different person.
Yeah, I really don't think deep down at his core that he's like a sexual harasser.
I don't think he's a predator. I really don't think he is.
He seems like a wonderful father, a great husband, like from everything.
He does.
I know. I
like feel for, I don't know. I have this empathy for him. I do. Like, he's got to be with all these lawyers. I mean, he's got to be broke. I mean, like, this must have cost a fortune. This has been going on for like, I mean, over a year, right? Like a long time.
I think at least a year. And honestly, like, she will not let him throw it away now.
She will not let up.
I know. Well, at least we'll have lots of juice to talk about, but I wonder what's going to happen. And I think he's going to lose.
I think he's going to lose too. And I think Colleen Hoover seems to be like just done with her comments are just like,
yeah.
If I were her, I mean, like that, it kind of sucks too. Like, first of all, I think we've talked about this. I didn't really like the movie that much. It was all right. Like, I thought it was okay. I loved the book, but the book was very good. I mean, it
But
was
I wonder
really
if I would
good.
have not liked the movie as much if I had read the book. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, I liked it okay. I don't know. Like, I've watched it since all this drama to see if I can like
Right.
pick up on things, but I wonder what she thinks about this. This was like there was talks about Blake being Oscar nominated for this role, which
Absolutely
I don't mean
not.
to be a bitch,
Are
but
you kidding me?
I've
No.
heard of yeah, but I've heard they were like hyping that up, like this is gonna be a movie that Blake. No, she's not. I'm
That makes me
sorry.
sick to my stomach if she got
Exactly. If she ever gets nominated for an Oscar, like I'm quitting the
anything.
Oscars.
No, no
Yeah, like
kidding.
no.
I'm done.
She's
Yeah.
not that. I mean, I admit that I used to like watching her and things. I mean, I don't like her at all really that much now, but she's not that kind of actress. She's just not.
Well, speaking of Oscars,
Oscars.
Oxfords, there's some talks about both Sydney Sweeney and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, like, potentially being nominated for Oscars. For Sydney for her boxer biopic, and for Dwayne The Rock did some I forget the movie he did, was it called The Smashing Machine? That's what it's called. I
I've
haven't
never even
watched.
heard of that.
Yeah, it's his new film where he plays it says he's now a serious Oscar contender for The Smashing Machine.
Interesting.
I know. It says he broke down in an uncontrollable sob during a 15-minute standing ovation at the Venice International Film Festival for his movie. It's a movie about a wrestler. Oh, no, sorry. This is him. He's a wrestler turned actor. It signaled the potential birth of one of the most unlikeliest Oscar contenders. I'm just trying to see what the movie is about. Oh, he plays a former amateur wrestler and MMA fighter, Mark Kerr, in an emotionally devastating drama representing the kind of career pivot that Academy voters have historically embraced.
Wow. Okay. Made you
Right?
like that kind of role, like Million Dollar Baby, that kind of stuff.
Sure do. Well, they're comparing
Um,
it to Mickey Rourke's, who no one ever thought
Mickey,
he
no,
remember,
and that was a big win. Yeah. Was that the
right?
wrestler? The
Yep.
wrestler.
The Darren
Yeah.
Aronofsky is the wrestler. But he didn't win. He got nominated, I think.
I thought he won.
Win?
Let's
So
Google it. I'm almost positive. I thought he won. Mark Wessler. Yeah, he won.
good one, you're right.
Yeah, I thought so.
Wild.
I remember it being a huge deal. Like no one thought he'd win
Yeah,
anything. He was in remember 9.5 weeks.
so bad. So bad.
There was like the
Exactly.
50 Shades of Grey before there
Right.
was 50 Shades of Grey.
That's
Yeah.
one of those movies that put him, like, off the map. It was like
It was like off the map. Yes, it was like a NC-17 off the map. I know
yeah.
it really was, but like that movie. Kim Basinger used to be so pretty. One battle after another. I have not seen that, but man, Brian, who my husband, who's like the biggest movie critic snob ever, said it was one of the best movies he's seen in a long time. It's P.T. Anderson. That's why he wanted to see it so much. He loves P.T. Anderson.
And it's done There Will Be Blood, Boogie Nights, The Mask.
Yeah, he's very, very good. And he's married to
Who?
that SNL lady who's so
Oh, right.
funny from Bridesmaids.
Kristen Wiig?
No. Her best friend in that.
Maya Rudolph?
Yes.
No way.
Yes. They're married in real life.
He directed some great movies. Punch Drunk Love is one of my faves.
He's a phenomenal. Like Ryan's kind of gotten me more into him. Like he really is good. I'm not sure he's done anything that I haven't seen and liked. But it's probably Ryan's favorite director. One of them.
Well, you
But
like Boogie Nights, right?
yeah. Oh yeah. Boogie Nights is great.
And There Will Be, which is
And
not
there was we were trying to figure out a time to go. But the reason he really particularly wanted to see this one in the theater is because P.T. Anderson shot it on a certain kind of camera that like isn't even used anymore. It was like used in like, I want to say like old Westerns.
cool.
Leonardo DiCaprio did this great interview where he said, if you're going to see one of my movies in the theater, like this is it. Because it's shot, and I didn't see it in the theaters, but Ryan said, so Ryan's like, I have to see, I cannot just like rent this. I have to see it in the theaters. And it was a big deal with the kind of camera that they don't really use anymore, the kind of cinematography that was used. So that could be an award for it too. But he said it was absolutely phenomenal, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm interested.
Yeah, I need to watch it too. I also really want to see, what was the new one with Emma Stone, Boot?
Yeah, where she's kidnapped by the guy from Kristen's husband. He said a few things with Emma. That one movie he did that did not do well. Did you ever see it? She like cuts off her own finger. He makes her. It's like they're married. He makes her do all these crazy things.
With Emma, the one that came out last year by the same director.
Kinds of Kindness, was that it?
Yeah,
yes,
something like that. I didn't.
So
see that.
I never saw that either. I don't think it did very well. But they've become like a bit of a pairing, the two of them. I have heard this one that she just did. What did it say? Begonia, not Begonia. Yeah, I've heard that's. I love her too. I love watching her.
She's going to get nominated again.
I think she will too.
Like the Meryl Streep of our generation.
She really is, and I kind of love it. I think she's so talented. I think she's multi-talented. I love her in all different roles. I love her. I'm very excited about her becoming the Meryl Streep of our time.
Speaking of Oscar contenders and great actors, let's pivot into one that got kind of shunned from the industry and we wanted to talk about because his recent claims of being
Big old Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
news for talking to a reporter.
He talked to one reporter about how he was living in hotels, I guess, and then all these headlines came out that he was homeless.
Yeah, and he
It was just like headline after headline, Kevin Spacey homeless, and then he went on his social media to like clarify. He's like, I'm not homeless. I'm just living out of hotels trying to get, where I'm working. But he has not been in anything in quite some time that I've seen.
My issue with him is not that it's not that I think he should have been shunned the way he is. I just think he's not a very likable person. Like he seems just gross and like
he's not a likable person for sure.
Right?
He doesn't have a warm
Yeah, really
not a likable person. But
want to work with him. Like even if I don't know if I just read those things and he never even went to court and none of those things happened. I know he was not found guilty, but like if I just like heard rumors, I wouldn't want to work with him.
He has a schmarminess to him. I'll give you that. Like kind of like a blech, like something, but man, is he talented. I love watching him in movies. I think in shows. I think he is a very good actor. Oh my God. I randomly watched Seven the other day. Talk about like that movie is
I haven't
super
seen that
intense.
along with Brad Pitt.
You should rewatch it, and Kevin Spacey. You should rewatch it. It's excellent. But anyway, he's extremely talented. But yes, I think that has a lot to do with it, right? Like apparently Hugh Grant is a total dick and not likable, but at the same time, we don't really feel that because he plays these like lovable characters. No, we all love him, but like he's like a curmudgeon. But he's open about it. He doesn't. I think that makes you almost like him more. Like in his interviews, he's just kind of like this total British dick. But he like says it. He's like, yeah, I'm annoyed by a million things. It's kind of funny. It's like part of his. But like Kevin Spacey on the other side, just he doesn't give off of. Like, you hear something like this, and you're like, well, you already kind of creep me out. So like now I just don't like you. It's easy to like shun him. But he was proven to be innocent. I kind of think he should get back to acting.
I think he is. I
hope he is. I miss seeing him doing it. Yeah.
I feel like don't know. It depends on the movie. I don't know. I go in and out with him. I struggle with him. But there was a really funny story. I don't know if you saw this. Taylor Swift was on like Seth Meyers the other day, whenever she was doing promotion for her new album. And she was telling a really funny story about how when Travis Kelce would come to her shows, she'd get all like the juice and gossip from like the private VIP spaces, where all the celebrities would go to watch her shows. And so like they'd get in the car after the show and he'd be like, so there was one situation where he was like, I guess dying to meet Greta Gerwig. And I know. And
her.
Like, oh, she's a sweetheart. She'll love you. She's like super fun, whatever. So he gets in the car and he's like, so I met Greta Gerwig. I went up to her. I told her I'm just Ken too, or something like a funny joke. And she's like, yeah. And she like kind of like laughed, but not really. And then like walked away and then like kind of didn't talk to him all night. And then ended up like dancing with Hugh Grant all night, which is what made me think of that. And she's like, dancing with Hugh Grant all night. And she's like, so she starts looking through photos and she sees photos of Hugh Grant dancing with his wife all night. And she sees photos of Travis talking and dancing with Greta Gerwig all night. And she goes, dude, Greta Gerwig was not Hugh Grant's wife. So he went up to Hugh Grant's wife.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Hilarious?
So he was dancing with Greta and didn't know it was Greta?
All night and didn't know it was Greta. That's what she said.
My gosh.
The funniest thing ever. I love them.
That's sweet. That's just like a sweet little story. And I like that story because
I'm jock.
I like that story because I feel like that's just like a very like
very Travis.
But like, no, like a very just normal guy, like very like that would happen to like a couple friend of yours would tell you that story. Yes. That just sounds so normal. So like refreshingly normal.
I agree.
Like, oh yeah, what happened? I made this joke. And then like, I love the normalcy of that,
But isn't that hilarious that he's dancing with her all night and didn't even know it was actually her?
Good. I'm glad to know that Greta Gerwig wasn't standoffish. I love her.
Because even Taylor, when she was telling the story, was saying like, she was like, that's odd because she's not like that. But side note on Taylor, did you see that she paid off some bride like mega bucks to get the wedding venue, or I guess it's near her Rhode Island house or whatever.
Yeah, I read something like that.
Yeah. Well, it was a rumor at first, and I think it's been proven now that she literally, like, whoever that bride was, I think she paid her a hefty penny to take her wedding date.
Wow.
There was the only date she could do or wanted, and the woman, it was already taken.
Can you imagine being that bride? Remember that?
$1 million? I'm like,
$1 million just to change your date.
$500,000, I don't know, 200, anything, 50K. Like, what did you pay her? And I mean, my God.
She paid her more than that. Come on, you're Taylor Swift. $1 million is like nothing for you, but changes that person's life. Wow, that's awesome. I want to be that bride too.
I know, right? I thought that was interesting, though. Another interesting story that I read. Well, I know you and I both love Martha Stewart. Like, she's just such a badass. We just
I do love her.
How did she even make prison seem cool? Like, everything she does.
She's just the coolest. I mean, really.
Did you see recently that she was on a podcast? She was talking and she said, guess the name. She has one daughter, and her daughter, I guess, has had 2 grandkids. Guess the name that her grandkids call her.
I don't think I know. I don't know. Meemaw?
No, but that would be amazing if it was Mima. I'm going to give you 4 choices. See if you can guess them. Okay.
Okay.
Grammy Marmar, Granny, Martha, Grandma.
Martha.
Yes!
Yeah. I could see her not wanting to mess around with like the gams. She just doesn't have that person. Call me Martha. I could totally see that.
I know her daughter growing up called her Martha her whole life.
I could see that. Actually, I remember seeing that in the documentary. I think she's just not. It's so hilarious, the juxtaposition with her, that she's this amazing homemaker, but she's not very warm.
Maternal.
Which is why I kind of think I love her so much. Like, I don't know what that is. I'm like, she's not a maternal person, but she's the best homemaker there is. You know, it's kind of like Ina Garten. I mean, Ina is very warm, but she's never had children.
No, she's not true, but Martha has had children, which is interesting. But Ina would be an amazing mother. Oh my God.
I think she would too. I read her book, and I really think it's because she had an emotional. Her book's fantastic, by the way. She had a bad upbringing, so I think sometimes that goes either way. Either you want to be a parent and make up for it, or you don't. And she didn't.
Scared to repeat the toxic cycles. It's true.
Right.
But Martha even said in the interview that she's and her daughter are more friends than she's more of a friend than a parent to her, which I was like, that's so interesting. I don't know what it would be like to be her daughter or to work for her. I don't know.
I don't know either, but I think she is very no nonsense. I think she has a standard. She has a high standard for things. I mean, it's why she's been so successful. She doesn't bend on it.
No,
I'm really in awe of her. I really am.
But you can see also why she'd get along with like a Snoop Dogg and people like that, because
100%.
She doesn't a lot of sensitivity, right? She's very
not at all. Not at all. It's almost like she's a little sociopathic. She's very just like, I mean, truly.
And she said that instead of being cremated or ashes or whatever, she wants to be composted. It's called terramation.
I love that. I want to be composted.
States. It's only legal in a few states, I guess, including hers, but she wants to be composted.
If you think about it, that's kind of amazing. Like, it's beautiful. I would now like to be composted. Now I know what I want to do.
See if you can be composted in Florida.
I mean, that's, first of all, how on brand. She wants to give back to the earth because she's such the cycle of growing things. She should be composted. Martha should be composted. But like, in a way, that's so much better. I mean, it's better than burying. You're actually helping grow things and do things. And cremated, I mean, I always said I want to be cremated over buried, but now this is my new one. Put me in
in Florida, from Miami to Orlando and Tampa, human composting services are
I could be composted just like Martha. Wow. Put me in my little garden. I just planted some fresh herbs, you know?
We can sprinkle you on our next meal.
Sprinkle me on oh my God, I'll be providing the food you eat. Oh.
It's so sick.
Harvest your fear.
It's all coming back. Okay, but I have one more story and then we're done with this. Okay, it's back to the AI convo and self-driving cars. Okay. So obviously does a lot of bad, but I actually, from everything I've been reading, and I'm going to read a quote here, I think self-driving cars are going to be incredible for this.
My gosh, I'm all for it.
More than we even realize. Check this out. Waymo's incredible decrease in accidents. This was like a study that was done by the New York Times. They showed 91% fewer serious injuries or worse crashes in human drivers in a city tested in 4 cities. 39,000 people died in car crashes in 2024. So just in car crashes. So just imagine we get so distracted more and more by tech, and now they're making these Waymos and these self-driving cars becoming even more confident and assertive like a human driver, but it's way safer. So like they're weaving in
100%.
But I keep thinking about like how dangerous really, like, I mean, you know, you get in a car accident, I think it's like 1 every 2 seconds or something. I mean, it's nuts. I really think this could be like revolutionary if it just becomes like a mainstream, like, monopoly, like no one's really driving that much anymore. Maybe just, I don't know, long distances.
I could not agree more. I mean, I don't know, just here to me, and I say this all the time, human drivers are getting worse and
Worse.
worse and worse. Like, we make a joke, but it's not a joke. We're dead serious. Like, when a light is green on my end, I will still wait a minute because people just
In case
fucking blow. They will blow right. They don't give a shit anymore. Like, people truly don't give a shit. They don't stop. Like, they don't stop at stop signs. They'll blow through lights. Everyone is driving like this. I mean, it's super dangerous. It's so dangerous now that I'm thrilled to hear this, because by the time my kids drive, I don't want them to drive. I hope these things are implemented in the next 15 years.
for someone like me, I struggle with like putting my phone down in the car, and Mitch is even worse. Mitch, I have to yell at him in the car and be like, "You are putting me and your daughter in danger right now. Like, put
Yes.
him down." And he,
Do you-
okay. But he's like working. He's working, and he's like, "I have to do this sale," and I'm like, "I'll drive."
No, Ryan is playing Pokemon, so that's worse. He's not working. He is Pokemoning and driving. I'm like, if we die because you're catching a fucking Pokemon, my children are you putting in risk as your stupid Pokemon? Put your fucking phone down. Makes me insane when he's just like kind of in the corner like this. I'm like, stop it. I mean, we all do it, but like, it's really bad. It is really, really bad. Just wait. Like that one billboard we've been seeing forever. It was so smart. Like, the text can wait. It can wait. That, like, it just, whatever you're doing can wait till you get to where you're going.
In a car, it can wait 5 minutes till we get to the destination we're going to. Like,
yeah, it's
I'll
just,
drive.
it's very easy, especially with your phones can read you text, your cars can read you text now. Like, you can reply.
The problem is just that you do everything on your phone now. So it's like,
No, we're all addicted to it. We have to like, I mean, I don't
like
even get
you
me
said
started
when you
on
took
that.
a call while you were playing tennis, like you just, right? Like I have some crazy stories like that too. Like
It
it's
was a work call. I wanted them to see me on it. That's why I signed
right.
on,
But
Yeah.
that's kind of like
Yeah.
the craziness,
Yeah.
right? Of technology, and it has like brilliant sides of it, but also very terrifying sides.
Very.
Yeah. So anyway, that was the last piece, and I loved this quote by, remember Fran Drescher from The Nanny? I
Yeah.
think she's like the head of the SAG Awards or something. She's like the president.
I know that.
Was asked, yeah, she has been for a while. So she gets interviewed a lot when all the award seasons are coming around. And she looks beautiful, by the way, amazing for her age.
I love her.
Love her. She was asked particularly a question, and I love when actors do this, or anyone does this in an interview, when they like deflect the small question and make it a larger question.
Yeah.
He was asked about, how do you feel about AI actors flooding, the market and, taking away the value of a real actor? And she said, the problem is way bigger than that. She's like, AI is a malignant symptom of a much larger problem, which is a very flawed, very dangerous species called human beings. And I was like,
Wow. That's a very intelligent quote.
And she was literally just being asked about, the typical questions of like, oh, now there's all these AI actors.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I love when people, instead of answering these stupid questions, like, how do you think I fucking feel? I don't feel good.
Double down and then
Right.
make it more introspective. Yes, that shows real intelligence too.
So and then it just reminded me of the Godfather of AI, Jeffrey Hinton, and what he said. And I was like, fuck. So anyway, that's why I was like, we're not going to be able to get away from talking about this, because every week there's something new. It's crazy.
Well, that's how it is with AI. And wait, before we sign off really quick, did you just see today that Netflix is buying HBO?
Whoa.
Yes, I'm kind of sad about that. I feel like they're going to ruin that content. They're buying HBO and Warner Brothers, both. I just read it. Just read it in Variety, like before we got on the podcast. To me, in my opinion, HBO has always been the leader and just like the best of, like, they have great programming. And I feel like Netflix, I don't know, it's kind of on the same side of AI, but not really technology. I don't know. I feel like they're going to go in and just like butcher their shit. I'm like a little nervous about it. I love HBO. Hopefully not, but we'll see.
Is it just a financial deal? And
I don't know. Like they've had like a identity crisis now for a while. But now I just read that today that Netflix bought them and Warner Brothers. I mean, Netflix is really trying to corner the market on all the storytelling and films and movies and all of it. So
yeah, they're worried.
They have
HBO's prestige.
I think HBO has a good prestige. I agree with that. I think they have prestige. Netflix is sort of like a sweatshop, right? Like they just knock things out all the time. And I don't want HBO to kind of lose its
I also feel like it heads into like monopolization, like antitrust issues, like
It does. Yes.
You jack the prices up more, and yeah.
Lord, I can't imagine what they're gonna do now. That Netflix is gonna be like $75 a month. Like, who knows? Like, it's gonna be so expensive.
Which is, I think, why we all still can have all these, right? It's not like, I mean, if you add up everything you're paying for them now, it probably does used to pay for cable, right?
I just had this conversation with someone. It's bullshit. Like we all dropped our cable because our cable was like $100-something a month. I easily
It's a
pay that
lot.
now, Fold. But we get YouTube TV during football season only.
Yeah.
It's so expensive, but it's the only way to watch the football
right.
because and Ryan, my football obsessed husband, is the only way to watch it. So after football season, we'll get rid of it. Between that and like Disney and all, it's so much. You may as well just have cable.
The cord cutting industry was at first very exciting, but then you realize, wait, how do I watch these TV shows I like that are still on?
They make it hard for you. It's like how like Apple doesn't give you you have to get the new chargers. It's like there's all this a la carte shit. They like purposely, like when I was trying to watch tennis, you have like ESPN for one, ESPN Plus on the other. Disney has this one. You have to like,
you have to have all of them. I know.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks.
It's
but anyway.
Movies with kids too. It's like Shawnee the other day was like, I want to watch, I don't know, Zootopia or something. And that one's on Prime. And then this one's on Hulu. And then this one's on, and I'm like, we don't get people
and
anymore.
Then Disney bought Hulu. So there's just always a new acquisition. I'm curious to see what this is going to do. I thought that was pretty big news when I saw that today.
I'm glad you brought that up. And it also is interesting to think how that will affect or how they'll integrate like more theatrical releases. Like, are we going to see more? Because you know how that's like, well, right now we're just seeing a lot of movies that don't go theatrical, just released on these platforms. But I mean, we're also seeing like a mishmash of both. And I'm just like, how?
I think Netflix is trying to do more theatrical releases. They've done it some before. And I think especially them buying Warner Brothers, to me, totally screams that they're trying to get into like that big movie business, not just streaming. So I think they're really trying to cornerstone that whole area. Netflix movies. I mean, there's been Netflix movies in the theaters. I think they're trying to do more of that. Remember when Netflix was just like you mailed in DVDs in an envelope? Like, I cannot believe.
Don't even get me started.
Like, look at them now. They're a studio. They're a powerhouse studio.
Yeah.
It's really unbelievable.
I know, it is. All right, my Foldy, this was
that was a great episode. All over the place like usual, but some good topics.
Chaotic, but with control.
Yes, more control in there.
And now we will sign off because we are robots.
This is not real. Goodbye.
See you guys on the flip side.
Bye.
Bye.